Hello all and welcome to Cloudy ML. So in this video, we are going to discuss the frequently asked Tableau interview questions. So let's get started. So our first question is, what is the difference between live and extract? So guys, I have chosen this particular 5 questions because in many interviews, these are the most frequently asked questions. So the first question is, what is the difference between live and extract? So to understand the difference, let us go to the Tableau, and I have actually loaded the default data set which is provided by Tableau, that is sample superstore, and from this we will understand what is the difference between live and extract. So guys, first of all, you have to understand where this option is actually available. So here you don't see any live and extract version because I am using Tableau public, and Tableau public by default uses the extract version. While when you have Tableau desktop, then only you have the connection, then you have the option of a live and the extract connections, which is somewhere here. So when you click on the live connection actually, so live connections actually means that you are actually querying your data from the server directly. The server, you can use a SQL database, or you can use a Oracle server. So whatever database you are pulling the data from, you can directly connect it from Tableau when you are using a live connection. And whatever changes you are making in the data at the data source level, maybe any changes you are making in your SQL server, or you are making some changes in a Oracle server, whatever changes you are actually making, that will be directly accommodated here. When you will refresh this is the refresh button which says that you have to refresh this data source. When you refresh this, the changes will be directly accommodated here. This is one of the advantage. But when you will use extract, just like Tableau, the public, which is using extracts. So here you cannot directly refresh the data source and you can get the result. For that, what you have to do, you have to accommodate changes in somewhat different manner. Let me show you how. So this is the sample superstore data set, and suppose I am changing this first order date from 8 to 9, suppose, and I'll save this, Control S. So when I have changed this order date from 8 to 9, and again I'll go back to Tableau. So when I'll refresh this, I won't actually get any changes. The changes will not be there. But when I go to sheet number 1, here I can directly right click and refresh. When I'll directly right click here and click refresh and view data, so here when I am viewing data, so the changes have been accommodated. It has been changed from 8 to 9. Similarly, now you can see the data from here also, it is changed from 8 to 9. So there is very subtle difference. In the extract, you have to go to sheet and then you have to refresh so that you can accommodate the changes. Again, I'll just rechange it to the original date so that I don't lose out on my important information. And then I'll again save this. So Control Save is done. Again, I'll go to Tableau, go to sheet number 1, and again right click here and choose refresh. Once I do that and view my data, I can see the changes have been reflected. So this is how you can actually change or accommodate the changes from the extract version also. So there is a very subtle difference, but yes, when you use a live connection and you can, you clicking on this is like much more flexible for many people. So anyways, this is the difference between what a live and extract version actually is. So going back to the second questions now, I hope you have understood the difference between the live and extract. And if you want to get more clarity, please comment below. We will try to resolve all the queries, whatever is there with you all. Now, the second question is a scenario based questions. So actually, this scenario has been given by many interviewers. They will ask that how you will get the below output from the sample superstore file, because that is a default file. So for that, what you can do, you want to you want to get the visualization of the current sales and the previous year sales line by line or adjacently. How you can get this visualization? So for that, what I can do, I can simply go and get the order date to rows, and sales to text. So here I have got what? I have got the sales per year. So this is the sales of each year. Now, so this is my sales. Now, what I have to do, I will go and see if I can make the proper visualizations like that. So for that, what I will do, I will go to my calculator. I have to create a calculated field in this case. So I'll simply go and create a calculated field, and I will write the calculation as current year sales here. This is a scenario based question, guys. So there may be some different ways also by which you can actually experiment, but I am actually using my own way. So let us see how I can get this result. So this is current year sales. So what is my current year sales? So I have to use a if statement here. So if my year, if the year, and what is today, I will use a today function here. And what is today? Today is like 2022. So we have to deduct 2 from here so that I can get the sales of 2021 is equal to year, order date. So what I'm telling you, if my year or year of today minus 2 is equal to year of order date, then sales, then get the sales of that year, and I have to sum this up also. Why? Because I have to get the sum of the sales. This way the calculation is valid, and then I'll apply and it's done. So what I will do, I'll put my current year sales in here, and I'll select discrete in this case. So you can say, what is your current year sales? This is my current year sales. Now I will again create a calculated field, which is a previous year sales. So once I I have to start it again. For that, what I will do, I will use the same thing. I will use sum, then I will use if my year for today, one second, if you have to just take care when you write the code and all, because you should not make any mistake here in this case, because then it will be difficult to get the result. So this year today minus 3 means 2019. Year order date then sales and so this is done. But this is what I have to also fix this up, so that fix this level of detail so that I can get the proper result. So for that, what I will do, I will use again a sum function here above, and I will use the fixed LOD. I will use a fixed LOD here. So f fixed day. I'm fixing the day of order date, then month of order date, like this, and it is done. So I have to close the parenthesis accordingly. Once I do this, it is the calculation is valid now. So this is a previous year sales. So if I drag this now again here, so and I change it to discrete, I'll get this is a current year sales, this is the previous year sales in this case. And if I remove this order, sorry, okay, let's do one thing. So what I have done, I have to just put order date here. When I put order date here and current year sales here, put to discrete, and similarly previous year sales, and then again we can put to discrete here. So actually I got this, that this is my current year sales, this is my previous year sales, all these things I have got. Now I have to make some changes here, like if I remove this, this is my previous year sales, or if I use this current year sales like this and put to discrete, and if I use previous year sales here and put to discrete, so my thing is done. This is what I wanted. I wanted the current year sales and the previous year sales. So this is what I am getting here. This is the actual visualization which you will get. So basically in this case, this is a scenario based question wherein you have to directly get the values like last year sales, previous year sales adjacent. So this is how you can do it. So I hope this was clear. I have used fixed LODs. So if you don't know about LODs, you can actually watch the previous videos, or you can actually search it out. So LODs are very important for the Tableau. So it actually gives you the various flexibility to use the calculated field properly. So this is what a current year and a previous year sales can look like. So I hope this question was clear again. Now the third question is, what is a Pareto chart? So Pareto chart is nothing but it is a mix. You can actually say that Pareto chart consists of the bar chart and a line chart, and where the individual values are represented in descending order by the bars and the cumulative total is presented by the line. So let me show you how you can do it. So for that, let us say that you include your subcategory in columns and sales. Sorry, what I did. Sales in rows like this. So, and sort it to the descending order. So, and put the view to entire view. So this is your subcategory wise sales. Now what you have to do, again you have to put sales adjacent to this and select dual axis. Once you select dual axis, you will have two sum of sales. So the first sum of sales, the view should be bar, and for the second sum of sales, the view should be line. And for the second sum of sales, you have to use quick table calculation where the line should be running total. This is the running total line. Again, you have to go here, edit table calculations, and add a secondary calculation. So the secondary calculation, you should have the line percent from or percent of total. This is what a percent of total is. This is done. Now you can actually go ahead and change the color of the line as well from here. So this is a line. Let's put a color of this, maybe red. So this is what a line is. Now what it shows? It shows us this is the point in which this line will cut. So this shows that the phones, chairs, storage, tables, and binders, these 5 subcategories actually make up for 56.27% of the sales. So this is the total sales. Actually, what you get out of what total sales you have got, out of it, 56.27% of the sales have been contributed by these 5 subcategories. So this is what you will get. So this is what a Pareto chart explains you. So I hope this is clear to you all. This is how the Pareto chart is made. Now let us go to the fourth question. What is the use case of parameters? So whenever you will go for an interview for a Tableau developer, or even in case of business analyst, data analyst, parameters actually happen to be the most important tool for interactability. So let me show you how you can show the use case. So in most of the interview, they give you the connection and they will ask you to show what is the simple use case of a parameter. So how you can show that? So for that, the first thing to make a parameter is to make a first thing to show a parameter or to use a parameter is to make it. So how you can make a parameter? So you have to click on this, you go to create parameter. So I am trying to, in this parameter, I am trying to showcase the sales by region, sales by subcategory, and sales by category wise sales. So I want to choose string because I want to, include the category, subcategory, and the region. All these are string values. And simply I'll select list. What I will click here, I will click category here. First category, you just have to see that the names what you are getting in the dimensions and the names what you are putting here should be same. Like there should not be any spelling mistake, or should not give unnecessary gap or whatever it is. It should be identically the same. What is the subcategory here? Subcategory. And what is the third thing? Third is region. This is done. So I'll just click on OK, and then I'll just show this parameter. So you can directly right click on this and you can show the parameter. So now I have got the parameters. The parameters is like dummy values. You will not get anything in return because you have just prepared a parameter and you have shown it. So you have to establish a relationship now with the help of calculated field. So you can go ahead, you can create a calculated field, and I'll just leave the name as calculation 1 only because I'm just trying to showcase, and you will get very few minutes to show all these things. So you have to be very quick here in this case. So what I can do, I will simply write case. You have to use the case statement. Case parameter 1. Now what is the case? When you have to use the semicolon here. When category then category. When subcategory. So this should not be written because when subcategory then subcategory. When region then region and end. So this is the statement which I am using. So the calculations is not valid. What is the problem? Okay, here the semicolon has been missed. Okay, so the calculations are valid now. So guys, you have to just understand, I'm writing this big calculations because I have to also tell you like how you can actually use the parameter. But you can be really quick. You can include just two, category and subcategory wise, in an interview and just show them. You have to be really quick in all these things. So I'm actually telling you how you can actually show all these things. So I'm just putting apply here, and when I'm using this calculation 1, you can actually go and put this calculation to rows and sum of sales in columns. So what you have got is category wise sales here. I'll use the entire view so that you can see. Now my visualization is showing category wise sales. If I now change it to subcategory, so now I'll have the subcategory wise sales. Similarly, if I will change this to region, so region is not showing anything. So there must be some issues. So let us go, and where is my calculation 1? I have to edit it. When region then region. I guess this is right only. There is no one dependency apply. Yeah. So there was some gap and all. So that is why there was a problem. So guys, you have to write, whenever you are writing the code, you have to actually write the strings the way it is mentioned in your dimensions. You should not leave a gap or lowercase, uppercase. That mistake should not be done. So again, so this is a category wise sales, so this is subcategory wise sales, and this is a region wise sales. So this is this is how you can show the interactability using the parameter, and this is super important and super easy to do. It actually can make your dashboard much more interactive. So I hope this parameter thing is clear to you. Now the last and final questions which most of the interviewer ask is, what is the difference between union and the join, and you have to demonstrate it. So first of all, the major difference between a union and a join is a row wise addition and a column wise addition. So when you are using a union, you are actually appending your data row wise, you are adding the rows. And when you are joining the data sets, so when you are joining two tables, you are joining as per a column which is common to both of the data set. So let me show you how by the example. So I'll just remove this entire sheet. I'll go back and I'll use this data set here. The data set shows that this is the info, which is the name of the employee, the date of birth, whether the date of birth is validated, the country, city, state, all these things, and the salaries of these person. I have made two changes here. I have included these two additional these names which are not common to this, because I want to show what benefit and what not you actually get it from joining. So I'll use Tableau again. So I'll start Tableau here. This is my Tableau public, and I will actually import this data, which is an employee detail. So now it is done. So I will put info to the info to screen. So here I will have all the info. So let me show you how you can use a union here. So to use a union, you just have to select here and convert to union. When you convert to union, you will have this table coming up, and you can simply drop this salary here. So now there are two tables in union. When you will put this as OK, so you can see that the appendment. So you have the first sheet, which is Star, Joe, Sandra, Kathy, Lisa, Sunil, Ravi, all these names are there. But in the second sheet, the second sheet, which has been appended row wise. So always a union is a row wise addition. So here I have all the rows have been added, but all the values are showing as null, because you have only salary and salary amount in the other sheet. So if you can see the sheet again, so you have info here and only the salary here, name and salary, where the name is the common column and the salary has been added. So in this case, you can see the rows has been added, the rows have been added, but all the values are null. So this is the thing about union. So in union, you always append row wise. So just remove this again. So I hope union is clear to you. Union is nothing but a row wise addition, and this union can be used for you to actually add up many rows in your data set. Now let us go and see what a joins are. So in joins, you will actually combine two data set with the help of a common column. So in this case, this is the info. You have to double click it and you will put salary here. So by default, the join comes out to be a inner join. And what is a inner join? Inner join is actually the common data from both of the table. So in this case, what are the common data? So common data is Star, Joe, Lisa, Sunil and Ravi, because Martin and Tony are like different people here in both the sheets. So when you will see here, you can see Star, Joe, Lisa, Sunil and Ravi. You will not see the other two rows here. So because this is an inner join. So by default, Tableau does an inner join here. But you can actually change this also. You can change it to left join, right join or full outer join. When you will use the left join, in this case, all the details from the first sheet will appear here. So you will see Star, Zoe, Lisa, Sunil, Ravi, Kathy and Sandra. But since Sandra and Kathy's salaries have been not mentioned, instead Martin and Tony has came here. So in this case, you will see null values here. So this is the difference between a left join. Similarly, when you go and see a right join, so in the right join, you will only see Star, Joe, Lisa, Sunil and Ravi, but you will not see Martin and Tony. All this name and everything will be different here. So, and full outer join means both the tables have been there. So in this full outer join, you will have the data from all the table, and whatever details will not be mentioned in the other table will be shown as null. So this is how you can use your joins. So guys, I hope you like this video. These are the most 5 common Tableau interview questions which are often asked. I would suggest you to go ahead and practice this by your own and in case of any query, you can directly write in the comments. So I hope you like this video, and if you have liked it, please go ahead and subscribe to CloudyML and share it with the others. Thank you.